Welcome to part 2 of this Porsche 911 restoration. In the last one you'd have seen the car come into us. It looked pretty shiny, it looked pretty good to be fair, but we did suspect that it might have some rogue metal work in a few of the areas. We got it stripped, we got it back to bare metal, and we did find some bodges around the kidney bowls and the sills. In this video you'll see us repair those areas. So we get the sills, the kidney bowls, the door jamb panel and the bottom of both rear quarters repaired. We get the panels back from media blasting, and yeah, as you can see, we've made a start on the bodywork. So check it out. So just to recap, once we'd cut the quarter panels off, this is what we found. Both kidney bowls had been bodged up, the sills needed work too. Okay, so that's this rear part of the kidney bowl all removed. As you can see, there is a bit of a hole here, but it's not actually that bad. So we'll cut this out, make a repair piece, and then the repair panel can go on. Once that's all done, we can look at getting the sill on, but we'll have to put a door on just to get that all lined up. And then we'll tech screw the door jamb panel on before we repair this rear quarter panel. Make sure it's all lined up before we weld it in. Okay, so Jim has now repaired this kidney bowl. We let it in through here, so this part is still original. He obviously repaired the inner quarter panel behind where this spot welds on. It's been given a good coat of epoxy primer. We'll be using the spray sealer that Porsche used just to protect that at a later date. So yeah, the door is now on. Just gapped up with the bottom of the sill. So the next job to do is to repair the sill that obviously butts up to the kidney bowl here. So once that's all tech screwed in, we can also test fit the door jamb panel and this rear quarter panel as well. Excuse the mess on the bench, just ignore that for now. I'm going to focus on getting these quarters repaired, so I need to make this section here. I can then offer it up just to get this curve right, because this was all just made of bog. So the first thing I'm going to do is remove the rivets to get this plate off. It's actually a plate on a plate, which is just horrendous. So yeah, I'm going to remove that, make a section here and get that welded in. Okay, straight into it. I can use the guillotine to cut a piece of metal to the right size and use the slip rolls to put some shape into it. You'll notice that I've used a Sharpie to put 2 straight lines through a hole in the original panel. I can then transfer those lines onto the new piece and use the pillar drill to put that hole into the same place. Once I've done that, I can then use those Sharpied lines to line it all back up correctly again. With the new piece clamped into the correct position, I can turn it over and scribe a line where I want to join it. Once I've TIG welded the join, I can use a hammer and dolly to stretch out the weld that would have shrunk. Once I've done that, I can continue the notch from the original panel for the oil lines. And there we go, that is that offside quarter panel repaired. Jim can now fit this and I'll crack on doing the near side. You notice here I'm making the join a curved section rather than a 90-degree cut. That's because a curved section makes it less likely that the panel will warp compared to a 90-degree cut. Well, this is the offside that Jim's been working on and he's now fitted the sill. We had to section it because it's not quite the same profile as the factory sill. Once that was done, we offered up the door jamb panel These panels don't always fit particularly well because they are aftermarket. We generally find that we have to stretch the bottom section to allow it to sit higher so the door latch lines up with the door. That's the door jamb panel all welded in. We've got the striker plate fitted and the latch on the door. Shuts nicely, decent gap down the back edge. So now those welds can be dressed and the rear quarter can be fitted. And onto the near side. As you can see, exactly the same deal as the offside. We get this kidney bowl cut off. We don't have to repair behind it, so it's slightly better than the other side, but I get it all cleaned up and get that new kidney bowl section fitted. And there we go, that is that kidney bowl section all finished now. And next up is the sill, which again we've had to section just to get the profile to match the original sill. With the end of the sill repaired, I now want to throw the door on just to make sure that I get the gaps right with the door jamb panel and the rear quarter. Once again, I tech screw on that door jamb panel with the latch in place to make sure it's at the right height for the door. Okay, so we've now got the door jamb panel all welded in and the welds ground down. You saw previously that I repaired the bottom of this quarter panel, and it's now all tech screwed, and I've tacked it in here in place as well. And we've got a nice even gap down the back. So this is all now ready to weld in. And there we go, that is both rear quarters now repaired. The next thing to do is lead load that join between the quarter panel and seal, just like they did at factory. The first thing I do is give the area a good clean with some thinners and then use some tinning paste. Once I've applied that, I can heat it up and wipe it down to leave a silvery finish which will allow the lead to stick to the metal. Once that's done, I give it a good wipe with thinners again and apply the lead to the panel. I then use the wooden paddle to smooth out the lead and use the body file to shape it up. And there we go, that is that offside seal joint all finished. Really pleased with that. Whilst I've been doing that, we've had the body panels come back from ABS blasting. Chris has hung them in the booth and got them in a good coat of epoxy to seal them up. Right, onto that near side seal joint, exactly the same as the offside, but I've sped it up. And there we go, that is this near side seal and quarter all finished. Really pleased with how these repairs have come out. Okay, so we've thrown the doors back on now. We did all the metalwork using another set of unwelded doors, so we knew they would be roughly right, but we just wanted to throw the doors that belong to this car on just to make sure that everything fitted. They came back from the blasters yesterday, so yeah, the gaps are all looking good. So the back part of this seal was new. Obviously, we did the door jamb panel, kidney bolt, and repaired this quarter panel. So that's all as it should be now. And we've put the wing on as well to get that all gapped up. So that's looking good. I'll show you around the other side. Likewise, that's all gapped up. We've got a nice 4mm gap. So really pleased with how that metalwork's come out. We can now get all of the panels back off and we'll get it into the prep room. Chris can start the bodywork. We do have a couple of metalwork repairs to do on the wings. Let's undo this masking. So yeah, both headlight bowls pretty grotty. So we'll get those repaired. But yeah, all in all, looking good. Time to have a move around and get this 87 Carrera into the prep room so Chris can start the bodywork. So there we go, that brings us to the end of another video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. As I always say, please hit that like and subscribe button. This one isn't going to be too long, this series. We've had some series that are 14, 15 episodes long. This one's going to be much shorter, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and you guys can check out the fast progress that we make. And yeah, leave us a comment. Let us know what you think of the metalwork. Hopefully you think it's better than the bodge work that you would have seen in the first video. And I'll see you in the next one. See ya!